The rain had left the night heavy and damp, the air clinging to skin with a chill that seeped into the bones. Patrick leaned against the crooked doorway of the crumbling house, his eyes tracing the shadowed stretch of the village road. Each brick of the dwelling seemed to sigh under the weight of years and neglect, a mirror of their lives. He was 23, yet his face carried lines not of age but of struggle, the hunger, the relentless responsibility of raising a sister orphaned too young. Rachel, only 18, moved around the room with quiet grace, her small hands carrying a bowl of cold pap. The softness of youth still lingered on her face, though her eyes bore a sorrow beyond her years. "Patrick," she whispered, setting the bowl on the table, "you haven't eaten." "I will," he replied without looking. His gaze remained fixed on the darkness beyond the house. "Rachel, you must be patient. Things will change soon, I promise." But Rachel had learned to fear promises. Life had a habit of stealing the unprepared from dreams before they had the chance to bloom. Patrick had sworn years ago, at their parents' graves beneath the mango tree, that Rachel would not suffer the way their mother had. That vow weighed on him like iron. "I will see her rise," he whispered to himself, "even if it kills me." Word came swiftly, carried through the village like wind through dry grass. A wealthy merchant, Mr. Alfred, was seeking a wife. He was older, polished, a man of the city with money that moved mountains, or so the rumors said. Children ran along dusty paths to catch a glimpse of the shiny black car, a strange bird in the rural quiet. Patrick's eyes lit with hope, and he grabbed Rachel's hands in the evening glow. "This is it, Rachel. This is what I've prayed for. If you become his wife, our suffering ends. Do you not see? This is God's answer." Rachel's chest tightened. She thought of Joel, her childhood friend, the boy who had once mended her torn sandals and shared roasted corn with her beneath the baobab tree. Joel had nothing but sincerity, and yet sincerity could not fill an empty stomach or buy medicine for a sick neighbor. Her lips parted, but no words came. Patrick's hope pressed down on her like a storm. By the riverside, Rachel sought the one place still untouched by the village's judgment. Joel was there, tall and sun-darkened, his shirt frayed at the edges. He met her gaze, and for a moment the world narrowed to the gentle flow of the river and the sound of his voice. "Rachel," he said softly, "your brother thinks wealth will save you, but will gold warm your heart when you are cold at night?" Her eyes burned with tears she refused to shed in front of him. "Joel, he has given up everything for me. He never had a life of his own. How do I tell him I will not marry the man who can end his suffering?" Joel reached for her hand. "Because love is not selfishness, and neither is sacrifice meant to kill you." Her chest ached, torn between the loyalty she owed her brother and the love that lived quietly in her heart. Mr. Alfred arrived at their home like a wave of the city itself, accompanied by servants carrying gifts. Sacks of rice, kegs of oil, neatly folded clothes that smelled of lavender and money. He sat with Patrick, his voice smooth, his smile calculated. "I admire your sister," Alfred said. "She will be a jewel in my household. I will care for her and for you as well." Patrick's heart soared. He saw a future where hunger was a memory, where mockery was replaced by respect. When Alfred turned his polished gaze on Rachel, waiting for her response, her lips trembled. "Yes," she whispered, though inside, her heart was a storm. The word left her mouth as though on its own, betraying her soul. Rachel avoided Joel. She no longer went to the river, she skipped the paths they used to walk together. Patrick noticed her quiet demeanor but misread it entirely. "You will thank me one day," he said, pride lifting his voice. "You will walk in silk, eat like a queen, and Joel, he will forget you. He must." Rachel's heart screamed. She wanted to tell him the truth, to confess that her soul ached for another life, but the thought of Patrick's sacrifice stopped her. She loved Joel enough to burn in silence, loved Patrick enough to swallow her own happiness. The village murmured. Some spoke of Alfred's generosity, others whispered of cruelty. A woman in the market hinted that his first wife had vanished without explanation. Rachel heard, but fear kept her from sharing it with Patrick. Then one stormy night, Joel appeared at their doorstep, soaked to the skin, pleading. "Rachel, don't marry him, I beg you. There is something about Alfred you do not know." Patrick burst from the house, fury and protectiveness etched into every line of his face. "Leave! You are poison to my sister's destiny." Joel's eyes blazed. "And you, Patrick, are blind." The wind howled, and the rain washed their anger into the night. At the market, Rachel overheard a whisper from an old woman, a tale that turned her blood to ice. "Beware, child. Alfred's first wife was from this very village. She died in the city, but no one knows how." That night, heart-pounding, Rachel confronted Alfred at his compound. "What happened to your wife?" she demanded, voice trembling with a mix of fear and courage. Alfred's eyes darkened. "Some truths are better left buried," he said. Rachel fled, the night swallowing her frantic steps, her mind alive with dread. She told Patrick what she had discovered. For the first time, doubt flickered in his eyes, but stubbornness hardened his voice. "Do you want to throw away our chance because of gossip? Joel fills your head with foolishness. I will not let you destroy both our lives." Rachel's tears ran freely. "Patrick, I would rather starve with love than feast in fear." His fist slammed on the table, rattling the lantern. "And I would rather die than watch us rot in this house forever." The wedding day came with the sun blazing, drums pounding, and the compound packed with curious eyes. Rachel stood in her bridal cloth, pale, trembling. Patrick stood beside her, chest full of pride, hope, and fear. Joel appeared at the crowd's edge, his eyes burning, desperate. Their gaze locked, a silent plea stretching across the noise of the drums. "Rachel, choose," Joel shouted. Patrick gripped her hand tightly. "Sister, for me, for us." Rachel felt herself torn, her soul stretched between love and duty, between the life her brother dreamed of and the life her heart longed for. Rachel stepped forward, her voice steady despite the tremor in her limbs. "I cannot," she said, facing Alfred. "I cannot be your wife." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Patrick staggered as though struck. "Rachel, after everything," he whispered, the weight of his dreams crushing him. Her tears glistened in the sunlight. "Brother, I love you. You taught me that family means protecting one another. Let me protect myself from a life I do not want." Alfred's face darkened, but Joel rushed forward, taking her hand, grounding her in the truth of her choice. Patrick froze, torn between grief and understanding. Slowly, painfully, he lowered his head. The dream he had built crumbled, but he could not deny the truth. Rachel had chosen her own tomorrow. The drums fell silent, whispers rippled through the crowd, and in that hush, Rachel held Joel's hand, finally free.